Feeding your child healthy is essential to help growth and development. March is National Nutrition Month, highlighting the prevalence of nutrition insecurity. Joining us to talk about this and more is Marina Chaparro. She is a pediatric dietitian and diabetes educator. Thank you for being here today.
Good morning. Happy to be here. You know, millions of Americans are just one paycheck away from hunger. And so, it's really important to talk about this topic. And I've partnered with Feeding for America, to bring light to this really important issue of food insecurity. But most importantly, I'm here to give parents tips on how we can include, as you said, these key nutrients in simple, everyday meals.
So how prevalent is food insecurity in the U.S. and how does it impact the children?
So we know 1 in 8 kids was at risk for facing hunger in 2021. And, kids' hunger impacts not just are they at higher risk for nutrition deficiencies like anemia and even asthma, but, food insecurity affects their growth, their development, their behavioral issues. And Annie, you said something important, what about key nutrients? So we know that the first 2 years of life are critical for a child's growth, especially brain. And if we miss these key nutrients, then we're not going to be able to maybe close the gaps later on.
What are some of your tips to meet these nutritional needs?
So I want parents to really focus on what they can do. And here are 3 key nutrients that I want everybody here listening to really pay close attention. First is going to be iron. Really important for brain. And the best way that I like to recommend is through infant cereal. We know 2 servings of Gerber's infant cereal will provide all of the baby's iron needs. We can always make a 3-ingredient pancake for older ones. Next, we also have vitamin D. A lot of us are deficient in vitamin D. We can have some vitamin D drop for infants, but other foods, like eggs, we can have canned tuna, salmon, all of these great stuff. And lastly, we have calcium. So important for kids' bones and growth. We could do some yogurt, a smoothie, or when my kids were little, I loved the Gerber yogurt melts made from real fruit and also calcium and has yogurt and has calcium.
How is Feeding America combating food insecurity?
Feeding America is the largest hunger relief organization in the U.S. They prioritize their work with food banks, making sure that kids and families have enough to eat. And if anybody is struggling, they can always check out feedingamerica.org to find out where they can get the local food bank available close to their community.
Thank you so much for all of the information. We really appreciate it. And thank you for being here.
Pleasure to be here.